I'm Dr. Diana Mehaffey. I'm running for a District 4 board seat for the Blount County Board of Education. We moved here over 5.5 years ago. We have family here and grandchildren here. And as we got to know people in our community and people in the school system, I realized they were going through a huge amount of growth and change similar to what I had experienced in Shelby County, Alabama, where I worked for 25 years. They grew over 300% in 10 years. But what I learned through that experience is that it's important to maintain the traditional values and traditions in your system, because that's what draws people, and that's why parents want their kids in your schools. I also see that growth brings growth in the workforce. And so once you have growth in the workforce, then Blount County Schools is the source of that workforce, where we provide certified and technical career paths so that kids can be work ready, and also getting them ready for post-secondary education. And I feel that my 28 years experience in education will come with me to this job, the talents, the skills, the knowledge, and also my heart for kids. I have a bachelor's degree in science from Auburn University. I have a master's degree in secondary education from the University of Alabama at Birmingham. I have an educational specialist degree and an educational doctorate in business administration from the University of Alabama. That, with my 28 years of experience, 21 in the classroom and 7 years in the administration, I know education from the student desk to the administrator's desk. I also understand educational law. I understand how legislation becomes educational law, which in turn becomes state board policies, which therefore affect local school policies. I understand the allocation of funds, funding sources, and budget requirements. I understand how budgets are affected by local, state, and federal funding, and how those have requirements that have to be met. I understand curriculum design, implementation, and choice, and how that affects the classroom. I understand how that curriculum choices are important not only to parents but teachers and students in making good educational sound decisions on how to educate our children. All this knowledge and this skill I have learned over the years will make for good decision making as a board member, and also lead to less problems when it comes to understanding the law and the policies. The primary responsibility of a school board member is the education and welfare of the children. It is also a critical role that they be a bridge between the people they represent and the school itself. They need to also make sure they have open communication lines with the public, with the stakeholders, with the teachers, the faculty, the staff, and the central office, so that they can get information when they need it and give information when needed. Another role, I think, is listening to people. As I've been campaigning, I have listened to a lot of folks. I have talked to teachers who are concerned about aging facilities, leaking roofs, old classroom furniture, and also the lack of funds for classroom resources. I've talked to parents who are concerned about the reduction in teacher aides, in controversial books in the school. They want to see increased teacher pay, and they're not too happy with some of the curriculum choices. I've talked to administrators who are concerned about the rising number of young children with mental and emotional issues that they need counselors for. One of the top priorities has got to be communication with parents, caregivers, and community members. There is more going on in Blount County schools than people can be informed with in the once monthly meeting. I think there needs to be more work sessions for board members, not only to gather information, but to process information and be able to give out educated and informed answers to the public. I also think that we need more parental involvement. I would like to see parents involved in committees and also getting parental input into key issues that affect the county. And this is where I think that Blount County partnership can come into play, because they can also provide input and thought into the community, business, and civic aspect of what's going on in the community. I would also like to see a raise in teacher pay. I've heard a lot of parents and community members voice concern over this, because surrounding school systems are paying more, and therefore we're losing good teachers. So if we have more to offer teachers, not only can we retain the good teachers, but we'll also get improved instruction. And the last thing, which is an obvious one, is aging facilities. Schools in this area are, for the most part, in good shape, but there's parts of it too that have been around for quite a while, some for as much as 50 years. So we need to make renovations, repairs, and new purchases of equipment. That is one of the biggest issues that has come about, I think, recently with board members and that once a month meeting when you just have such a little bit of time to inform the public. I know that board members, a lot of them are a lot more involved and a lot more active than what people know. There's one example. Erica Moore made a statement in one of the recent board meetings that she had finally visited all the schools. And just that one sentence does not communicate how much work that was, because I know she started back before Thanksgiving. And it takes a while driving and setting up appointments to get that done. I know another board member who set up the link between one of the big churches here in the Maryville area to provide more than 30 boxes of 60 meals to 30 kids in Townsend, and also 9 whole Christmas dinners to kids in the Wallen Elementary School. So, and they also do things like go to ball games, community activities, and they even, judge chili contests and go to graduations that people don't know about. So what I would like to do is expand the web page for the board that's connected to the county school website and make it more interactive so that board members can post their activities and communicate and let people know what they're doing. They're not just going to a meeting once a month. I think that in recent years, with all the stuff that's going on nationwide and also a little bit here locally, parents and school systems have become adversaries. Parents don't see the school system as protecting their children. They see it more as a battleground. And if you would imagine parents today, just imagine they have a bucket that has all their stress and their anxiety in it. And with all the economic stuff going on, trying to provide for your family, make a living, buy clothes for the kids, and just get family life done, that bucket's already pretty much full. And so when you throw in there that extra mixture of the place where they feel like their kids should be safe, there's more strife and concern, well then you're causing more anxiety in your parents and distrust. So we need to see if we can heal that adversarial relationship to make it more of a partnership where parents feel more comfortable not only voicing their concerns, but also with where they're placing their kids and who they're placing their kids with every day. With the recent political issues, and you've got both ends of the spectrum coming in wanting not so much to care about the value of education, but to insert their ideas into the curriculum, well, that just takes the focus off the educational aspects and the vocational aspects of education. You've also got social issues jumping in there, adding to the mix. And so we need to do something to heal that void and make our parents and children feel safer and more comfortable.